Welcome to the Elevate the Vibe podcast, bringing you juicy convos with thought leaders discussing the wild world of parenting. Ho, ho, ho. It is your favorite hoish.
Wow. No. Keep going. I like where this is going. Come on, Mrs.
It's your
Claus.
favorite holiday ho of the Elevate the Vibe podcast. This is Katie Berlin.
The hostess with the mostest right here.
The hostess with the mostest.
All right, so while Mama's putting the hoe in the host, I'm your co-host, Jason Berlin, and we're here today to talk about holidays.
The holidays are approaching. Some of them may have already passed. And Jason and I think about this with our child. And right now I'm 9 months pregnant. Maybe by the time this airs, the baby will have arrived. So we might have two.
Hopefully. This airs like December 9th. You're not going to be an 11-month child.
But we talk about this where when it comes time for the holidays, we live in a time and a place where there are so many different people with different belief systems. What type of beliefs do you share with your child about what is important on holidays? What happens on Halloween? What happens for Thanksgiving? If you celebrate Christmas, if you celebrate Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. I mean, there's so many different belief systems and opportunities to celebrate. We are trying to navigate and figure out, what do we share with our child? Now, when we were growing up, you couldn't just ask Alexa or Google something. And now access to information is a lot easier. So if parents were maybe not telling you the truth about a certain someone that slides down your chimney on, 12/24.
Tim Allen.
Yeah, Tim Allen. If they weren't telling you the truth about Tim Allen sliding down your chimney, it was like hearsay and like kids could talk about it. But then if you grew up where maybe your belief system doesn't align with that and you don't believe that that's real, and other kids are like, well, this is real. I've seen, some parents go to great lengths to try to prove that. And then you turn around a few years later and then lie to your, you have to tell your child the truth. Like, to me, there's some really twisted, effed up thought processes behind this. It's like, be good because Santa's watching, because then you'll get a gift. Like, that whole idea to me is really whack in general. And like, I get why people do it. Like, I have a 2.5-year-old. I understand that you want to try to utilize every tool possible to have your child listen to you. But to me, I'm like, I don't know, it just seems weird.
It seems weird because a lot of society has all banded together in this grand lie that there's this big dude who's just going to bring you presents if you're good for the month of December, and you better give that motherfucker some cookies and milk before that day too, so that, when you wake up on a certain day, that presents will be there. And this dude is going to break into your house unlawfully down the chimney. Last time I checked, that's against the law.
Yeah, I mean, we have so many Ring cameras around our home.
We should put one on the chimney, actually. Shit, it's getting to be that time. I have to get another one. But no, seriously, I mean, it's kind of a weird idea. And, there was always that one kid in your class, though, who'd be like, Santa isn't real. And you're like, yes, he is. No, he's not. Yes, he is.
Okay, well, I want to touch on this because there are people that potentially grow up with a belief system that like Santa's not real. Regardless of religion, they might not believe Santa's real. But when you were growing up, your parents celebrated both Judaism and Christianity.
And I was raised Unitarian, which is neither of those. And it's like kind of like a hippie religion where everyone hangs out on Sunday mornings and just drinks coffee and is like, hey, how are you doing? How are you doing? Fine. We're all just chilling. So like, yeah, I didn't grow up religious either way. But yes, I do have both the backgrounds where, I got one gift from my Jewish relatives for Hanukkah, and I still got gifts for Christmas as well. So I grew up on both sides of the coin. So I guess it's actually kind of the best of all worlds because I got a lot of presents, but I only got like one present for Hanukkah and not 8. So that's okay. I don't hold my grandparents responsible for that.
But your family also made it a note to celebrate Jewish holidays.
Yes, we went to Passover service with grandparents and all that kind of stuff. But we didn't really fast though for some of those holidays, and I know a very very small amount of
Hebrew.
See, I was like, what's the language? Oh God, oh man, I'm going to hell for someone from some religion, but yeah. So we had both systems, and I mean, in the back of your mind, when you're a little kid, you realize like it's kind of weird that someone's going to come and bring me presents, but you don't question it because you want presents. So it's like I'll just go along with it. But then, yeah, when you find out that Santa Claus isn't real, then you're a little deceived. You feel a little deceived by your parents, but then they just keep giving you presents anyways after years after that. So it's like,
Well, for me as a parent, it's twofold. The first aspect of it is like lying to my child. Like, I just personally don't want to lie to anyone, especially my child, who I'm trying to build trust in a relationship with. Some people may think, who cares? It's the magic, it's the fun of it. But to me, it matters. Like, to me, that matters. Like, I don't want to sit here and lie to my child and then turn around and tell them that like they need to tell the truth. Like, to me, that's not okay.
right.
And then the second aspect of it is like, I work really fucking hard to make money to be able to get you something nice. And you need to understand that. Some random dude doesn't just come out of the sky with reindeer and a sleigh.
Yo, that fucker didn't get you presents. Mama worked her ass off to get you that Furby. Okay?
Yeah,
you need to respect her.
Mama's working 15 hours to buy a $15 Furby, okay?
She's scrubbing a lot of baseboards if you tuned in last week.
Right. So to me, there's like multiple layers to it. Now, maybe that's me being selfish, but as a parent and someone who needs to figure this out, there are aspects of many holidays or many like ideas of these mythical people and creatures, like the tooth fairy. To me, I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna go for the tooth fairy. Like, the dentist is the tooth fairy, okay? We have to pay our insurance so that you can go to the tooth fairy, who is the dentist who is going to keep your teeth clean and healthy.
Well, God, I hope there isn't some mixed message where the kid wants to go to the dentist just to have their teeth pulled so they can get like $5. That'd be kind of weird.
Well, I don't know about that part. We haven't gotten there yet, but this is what I mean. It's like, it's strange to me, like some of these ideas that have rose up to become common, and how do you navigate it? So I don't mean to like go on and on, but also like the Easter Bunny. Okay, just like fucking weird, okay? Like,
Now, Easter Bunny is weird, no, but we do understand that a lot of these holidays are based in faith, and everyone's faith is different. And if that's what you believe, that's great. But what does a bunny have to do with the holiday? You know, what does a big fat man bringing presents have to do with the holiday? Like, what is the holiday really about? And are we, if we are that religion, is that I don't know.
yeah, like if you believe in this, are you looking at it from the place where it's true to the core of the religion?
Right.
Or is it just all of the pomp and circumstance around it? It's like, I love a Christmas tree. I love holiday lights. Like, to me, there's a lot of fun in it, but do I necessarily want to go through the process of trying to convince my child that there's a Santa Claus? I don't know right now.
Right.
Like, I don't know if I feel like that's appropriate for me. That's for me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, even with Thanksgiving, I have a hard time celebrating Thanksgiving as somebody that's not really a meat eater. I have a hard time thinking about like all the animals that are just bred for this one particular day. And we're celebrating a time when like natives' land was taken from them. Like, in my mind, I'm like, this is just kind of strange. Like, it doesn't seem right. Like, I know, and a lot of people say it's about family, it's about getting together. And it's
But
like,
really, I think a lot of people just want a day off from work. You know, like they
And
just
the
want a
next
holiday,
day.
and the next
Right,
day they want an
right.
excuse to get blackout, shit-faced, drunk from like having to work so much. So they're like, I don't care what the holiday is about. I just want a day off of work.
yeah, but it's
You know,
more
I
about
think
like
there's some of that.
us explaining this and creating beliefs and traditions for our child. I mean, a few years ago, Jason and I were thinking, we're no longer really going to celebrate Thanksgiving. Let's go to Cabo every year.
Yeah.
Like let's just take that weekend off and go to Cabo every
Seriously.
year. I mean, it's not going to happen this year.
Probably not.
No, but we're like, I mean, I don't eat a lot of meat. I do eat seafood. So I could be a hypocrite, but I'm like, I would rather have like some ceviche and a margarita on the beach and just kick it and enjoy my time with my family and in another country, not even in the United States. But there's so many different thoughts and beliefs, and not that any of them are right or wrong, but as now when faced with having to figure out what do I want to adopt and bring on as tradition and share with my child, I'm thinking about all of this, and I'm thinking about like what is fun, what is magical, but what also feels right for me so that I can share that with my child in a way that I feel good about. And that's different for everyone.
All right, Vibe Hive, we would love to hear your thoughts on family traditions, holidays, and how you approach giving this information to your kids from all ages, whether they be 2 years old to 10 years old to 15 years old. How do you approach telling your kids about the holidays? Leave us a comment on our latest Instagram post or shoot us a DM at Elevate the Vibe. That's it.